Nature's wonders and the onset of the most terrifying disasters sometimes go undocumented, but technology has provided a solution. Thanks to drones, you get to see the most unimaginably stunning sceneries, extreme risks, and horrible catastrophes the media could not capture. Here are 30 times high-tech drones captured what no one was initially meant to see, but are finally able to. Dramatic drone footage captured the devastating moment a mine collapsed in Inner Mongolia, China. In February last year, a landslide engulfed an open-pit coal mine in northern China, trapping 48 people under a massive pile of earth and rubble. Rescuers worked tirelessly with heavy machinery to search for survivors, but the death toll tragically rose to 5, according to CCTV. The search efforts were temporarily halted due to a second landslide at the mine. Regardless of the challenges, around 900 rescuers with heavy equipment resumed the search operation, as reported by Xinhua News Agency. The shocking images released by CCTV showed a massive wall of debris tumbling down a slope, burying people and vehicles beneath it. If the drone hadn't recorded this disaster, no one would have known how it happened. A viral drone video has sparked safety concerns about a playground suspended 650 feet in the air in China. The aerial playground, located within the Goose Team Adventure Park in Xiuyan Village, Zhejiang, China, features a large net suspended between two cliffs, offering a unique play experience for visitors. The playground, which opened in October 2023, measures 500 square meters in width and is made of high-density polyethylene material with a double-layer netting system. According to the South China Morning Post, the park has a weight limit of 90 kilograms per person and can accommodate up to 50 people at a time. On the 3rd of April this year, an earthquake shook all of Taiwan, but after the impact of the disaster, not many people provided live videos of it. Thankfully, a drone caught the moment at a rooftop pool. Water poured down buildings, and swimmers struggled against sudden waves as the powerful tremor rocked the area. The quake was the strongest to hit Taiwan in 25 years, claiming several lives, leveling buildings, and triggering landslides. Scientists have warned that more shocks might happen, as the epicenter was located in a network of offshore faults, making aftershocks, or even another quake, a distinct possibility. The disaster has left a trail of destruction, and authorities are on high alert for potential further tremors. Iceland's Crystal Ice Cave, nestled within the Vatnajökull Glacier, is renowned for its breathtaking blue hue, and this stunning drone footage showcases its mesmerizing beauty. This natural wonder is a popular destination for tourists, offering a unique experience with its constantly changing shape. However, accessing this cave requires a 5-hour drive from Reykjavik along Iceland's scenic south coast. The cave's striking blue color is a result of centuries of ice layer accumulation, which compresses and expels air bubbles, enlarging the ice crystals and giving them a radiant blue appearance. The color darkening increases with the amount of light that enters the cave. Beautiful footage from Hawaii Volcanoes National Park captures the mesmerizing sight of bright orange lava flowing down from Kilauea, one of the world's most active volcanoes. Located on Hawaii's Big Island, Kilauea has been continuously erupting since June 7. Estimated to be between 210 to 280,000 years old, this ancient volcano rose from the ocean floor around 100,000 years ago. The breathtaking footage, taken in the early stages of the eruption, shows lava flowing from all directions of the Halemaumau crater, forming a cone-shaped structure. The video reveals fountains of lava spewing from the top of the crater, flowing down its sides, and accumulating in a lake of molten lava at the bottom. In Chongqing, China, a neighborhood has been built atop a bridge, offering stunning views of the Lijiang River. This innovative project shows top-tier infrastructural engineering. The local government conceived this unusual development to boost tourism and stimulate economic growth. By creating a unique and interesting attraction strategy, they plan to attract large crowds of visitors. The neighborhood features a combination of Western-style buildings and residences that define traditional Chinese architecture, while catering to different native preferences across the globe. This unique urban design has transformed the area into a popular tourist destination. This tourist district, even with its beautiful decorations, including a suspended school bus, puppets, and statues like a miniature Christ the Redeemer, has failed to impress tourists. The bright colors of the buildings, an obvious contrast to the usual gray skies in this part of China, were also not enough to draw in crowds. Today, the area is partly abandoned, with its streets desolate and quite sad. The only signs of life come from delivery drivers hastily speeding through the village on their scooters, passing shut shops and aged statues. Although it is still neglected, the district is open to visitors, a shadow of its once ambitious dreams. A drone captured footage of Kumo, the gigantic spider, spraying water on crowds in France. Created by the street theater company La Machine, Kumo is a mesmerizing blend of terror and charm. Witnessing Kumo roam the streets is like experiencing a live-action CGI movie featuring an alien spider invading a historic city. The spider's 8 legs, taller than the average man, help it move past buildings as it spews venom, which is actually a fine water mist, onto the crowd following it. Since its debut, Kumo has toured Yokohama, Beijing, Reims, and Calais, and recently roamed the streets of Nantes, its birthplace in 2009. Kumo's technical specifications are impressive. It stands 19 feet tall at rest, reaches 43 feet when walking, and measures 20 feet in diameter when curled up. Its leg span stretches an astonishing 65 feet when fully extended. Equipped with moving eyes, Kumo can also breathe fog and spray water, leaving onlookers in shock. A drone captured a romantic moment of a couple lounging in a hammock suspended above the breathtaking Cascata da Sepultura waterfall in Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. For the adventurous, a Brazilian tour company offers a unique picnic experience on a table suspended 90 meters above the waterfall, complete with photography and drone footage. The 15-minute experience comes with a price tag of $450 for 2 people. What do you think? Would you try the hammock or picnic option? A floating bog in Lake Chippewa, Wisconsin has stunned the internet. This self-contained ecosystem with tamarack trees, lush vegetation, and local wildlife resembles an island. However, unlike a traditional island, it's not in one location. It drifts towards the shore, carried by the winds. Recently, a group of local boat owners banded together to carefully push the bog away from the lake's bridge, which connects the east and west sides of the flowage. This annual housekeeping effort was captured on video by Airfox Photography in May 2022, showcasing the community's dedication to preserving this unique natural wonder. The bog, composed of tangled peat, roots, mud, and plant matter, continues to thrive. China is downplaying a series of shocking videos exposing the dark side of its sudden electric vehicle fame. Once perceived as the global leader in electric cars, China is now struggling with an unexpected consequence: thousands of unwanted battery-powered vehicles. The country's rapid EV adoption was driven by generous government subsidies, but inadequate planning and research have led to a harsh reality. An economic downturn and the collapse of numerous ride-hailing companies have resulted in a surplus of electric vehicles with little demand. The consequence is the emergence of EV graveyards, where thousands of barely used cars, some with only 30 kilometers on the odometer, are being left to decay in large lots. This disaster is similar to China's abandoned mansions, a reality the government seems very reluctant to acknowledge. In March, a drone captured the catastrophic failure of Kairos, a small solid fuel rocket developed by Japan's Space One, mere seconds into its maiden launch. The company had ambitious plans to become the first Japanese firm to successfully put a satellite into orbit. However, the explosion was a setback for Space One and the broader Japanese rocket industry, which has been receiving increased support from the government and investors amidst a national security buildup and surging demand for commercial satellites. The 18-meter rocket erupted in a massive cloud of smoke and flames just 5 seconds after liftoff, scattering debris and triggering a firefighting response near the launch pad on the Kii Peninsula in western Japan. As seen in local media live streams, Space One has not disclosed the specific reason behind the self-destruction of the Kairos rocket after the first stage engine ignition, nor have they announced a timeline for the next launch. The company has only committed to investigating the explosion. They have revealed that the launch process is highly automated, requiring a minimal team of about a dozen ground staff, and that the rocket is designed to self-destruct automatically if it detects any errors in its flight path, speed, or control system that could potentially endanger people on the ground. This safety feature is intended to prevent crashes and ensure public safety. Breathtaking drone footage captured a tranquil moment in the Maldives where a tourist was seen floating serenely above a school of nurse sharks. The video, taken by Rizkan Mohammed of Shadow Palm Tours, shows the swimmer effortlessly gliding on the water's surface, seemingly carefree as a group of nurse sharks considered harmless to humans, according to National Geographic, swim gracefully beneath her. Canyon Lake's water level has been steadily declining, reaching historic lows. In August last year, the surface elevation dropped below 892.7 feet above mean sea level, marking a new record. The downward trend continued into this year, with levels plummeting to 887.15 feet in late January. Although some beneficial rainfall in January and February led to a slight increase, the decline has resumed. On April 6th, the lake's surface elevation hit a new low of 887.13 feet and remained at 887 feet a week later. Despite scattered rain showers in the area, with totals ranging from 0.14 to 0.41 inches, the inconsistent precipitation has failed to stop the lake's water shortage, leading to continued record lows. Drone footage in southern Turkey shows several deep cracks in the earth caused by a life-threatening earthquake. The cracks stretch across fields, roads, and hillsides, causing damage and destruction. One large crack runs deep into the ground and along open land near the town of Tevekeli. It smashed a highway, causing boulders to tumble down hillsides. Because of this, drivers need to ply the damaged road carefully. Near the village of Tepehan, large gorges formed near homes, leaving trees perched on the edge of cliffs. Other trees were uprooted and lay on their sides. A video taken from the air shows how close a road on an island is to falling apart. Philip Sheath, a person who lives on the Isle of Wight, took the video of Military Road. Many people have seen the video and commented on it online. A group on Facebook called Save the Military Road now has 2,000 members. The council in charge of the island said no to a plan to build a long wall to fix the road in October. They were worried about how it would affect the environment. The leader of the council, Phil Jordan, said they are still working to find a good solution to keep the road safe. He also mentioned the road is still open while they work with local people and landowners to find a better way. Hurricane Beryl started to get weaker in early July this year, but its strong winds and big waves were still very dangerous. The winds were blowing at 155 miles per hour. A special drone without a pilot was able to fly over the rough seas and take a closer look at the hurricane. Beryl was a very strong hurricane, the strongest ever seen so early in the year. It formed quickly, getting stronger and stronger over warm ocean water. It became a Category 5 hurricane in less than 2 days. It hit some islands, like St. Vincent and Grenada, causing damage and hurting people. It then made landfall on the island of Carriacou, which means it reached the land. Unfortunately, people died and many properties were destroyed. Drones have captured amazing footage of humpback whales feeding in the Antarctic Peninsula. The videos show how the whales use their entire bodies to hunt for food. One whale used its long fin to create a ring of bubbles, trapping its prey inside. This clever trick is called bubble netting. Dr. Ari Friedlander, a scientist from the University of California, was impressed by the whale's creativity. He mentioned the fact that it moved its fin to catch its prey. Chris Johnson, an expert on whales from the WWF charity, agreed by saying the whale was using its fin like a tool to catch tiny krill. Humpback whales are the only animals that make these special bubble nets, and drones have helped scientists learn more about this unique behavior. A drone filmed a tiger shark, about 8 feet long, swimming dangerously close to swimmers at a Miami beach. The shark's presence posed a threat to unsuspecting swimmers, as tiger sharks are known to be unpredictable and have attacked humans before. Expert Dr. Bob Huter found the footage alarming and warned that tiger sharks target larger prey, making them a danger to humans. While assuring beachgoers that the waters are currently safe, Dr. Huter advised caution and suggested avoiding dawn and dusk swims when sharks are most active. This warning comes after a recent shark attack in Australia left a young doctor with severe leg injuries. Despite the concerns, Dr. Huter sees the shark's presence as a sign of a healthy ocean. This Canadian bull moose can be seen shedding both its antlers, a natural process that was caught on camera by a drone. On January 12, 2023, Derek Burgoyne flew his drone over the snowy woods near Juniper, New Brunswick, Canada, searching for moose to film, a hobby he's enjoyed for years. He came across 3 moose resting in the snow, one of which still had its antlers. Although it's not commonly seen, male moose shed their antlers every winter after the mating season. New antlers grow throughout the spring and summer, covered in a velvety skin, and can measure over 6 feet from tip to tip when fully grown. The velvet layer eventually sheds, and the antler bone hardens. The rare footage of a bull moose shedding its antlers quickly went viral on social media. Amidst the heat of the Israeli-Palestinian war, drone footage captured by the Israeli army surfaced, showing the chaos in Gaza before Palestinians were reportedly killed. In the video, the Gazans were looting aid trucks before over 100 of them were killed in the chaos. Before the video surfaced, Israel blamed their death on a massive stampede while people were clamoring for aid. 3 men have been found guilty of carrying out an armed robbery at a jewelry store in Bournemouth. CCTV footage shows the gang riding their bikes to the store, with one of them driving a bike through the front door to gain entry. Once inside, Ingram threatened the security guard with a samurai sword and a bottle of liquid, warning him that he would behead him if he didn't comply. Sharif also threatened the guard with a second bottle containing a highly alkaline substance, which could have caused severe chemical burns. The gang's violent actions have led to their guilty verdict. In January 2015, a ship called the Hoch Osaka was traveling from Southampton to Bremerhaven. It was carrying a cargo of very expensive cars, but something went wrong, and the ship got stuck in the water. Investigators looked into what happened and found out that the ship was carrying more weight than they thought. This extra weight made the ship unstable, which meant it could tip over easily, and that's what happened, which caused a lot of problems. The company that owned the ship, Hoeg Autoliners, said that no one person made the mistake. Instead, it was a combination of things that went wrong. The Hoeg Osaka was a massive ship weighing over 112 million pounds. It left Southampton on January 3, 2015, at 8:06 p.m. GMT. As it sailed through the Solent, it started to lean to one side, and this caused some of the cars to shift and water to flood the ship. All of this was written down in a report by the Marine Accident Investigation Branch. This shocking video has gone viral on social media, showing a saltwater crocodile in Darwin, Australia, leaping out of a lagoon and devouring a drone. Cameraman Dane Hurst was filming a documentary for the Australian Broadcasting Corporation when the unexpected incident occurred. The footage shows the crocodile lying still in the water, then suddenly snapping its jaws shut around the drone, causing the video feed to go dark. Hurst later found the mangled drone on the lagoon's banks, complete with teeth marks. Despite the loss of his new drone, Hurst was able to recover the footage thanks to some clever technicians. Horatio Lawrence Fernandez, a 36-year-old paragliding enthusiast, recently took a terrifying risk. He soared through the skies right above Guatemala's Volcán de Fuego. Mid-air, he captured the breathtaking footage of the actively erupting volcano. Fernandez, a native of Madrid, launched his paragliding adventure from the summit of the nearby inactive Acatenango volcano, but his flight took an exciting turn as he found himself dangerously close to the active Volcán de Fuego's fiery core. The video shows how scary the experience was, with flames and ash clouds very visibly emitting from the volcano. A videographer from Iceland took amazing drone videos of a big opening in the ground at the Sunnukur crater on May 29th. This was the largest opening since volcanic activity started in the Svartsengi system in December 2023. The videographer, Kristleifsson, was excited to see it happen on his webcam. The volcano started erupting at 12:46 p.m. and people nearby had to leave their homes. The area was considered very dangerous. A few days later, scientists saw a lot of hot liquid rock coming out of the crater. Archaeologists used a small drone with special heat sensing technology to explore an ancient Native American village in New Mexico. This village, called Blue Jay, is about 1,000 years old and was founded in the 1970s. It's located near Chaco Canyon, a famous archaeological site. The village has around 60 old houses built around a spring that no longer exists. Over time, plants and sand have covered the ruins, hiding them from view. Even though some of the site has been dug up, much of it is still unexplored. In May this year, there was extreme heavy rainfall in the state of Rio Grande do Sul in Brazil. This rainfall began in late April last year and continued into the new year, leading to catastrophic flooding that had devastating consequences. The floods resulted in the loss of over 150 lives, with nearly 100 residents still unaccounted for and feared missing. Moreover, the disaster forced more than 500,000 people to leave their homes and seek shelter elsewhere, according to official records. Aerial footage captured by a drone shows how bad the destruction was. The video reveals a sea of water flooding the area, with Coca-Cola boxes and bottles floating amidst the debris. The footage also shows large trucks submerged in the floodwaters. The Drina River, renowned for its breathtaking emerald hue and picturesque scenery, has been transformed into a sprawling dumping ground due to the influx of trash from inadequately managed landfills along its banks. The recent wet weather has worsened the issue, causing tons of waste to accumulate in the river. Random trash comprising plastic bottles, discarded tires, and even freezers has converged to completely cover the water. This environmental disaster has desecrated the once pristine Drina River, which flows through the town of Visegrad in eastern Bosnia-Herzegovina. The poorly regulated landfills along the riverbanks have also released a deluge of waste, which has become trapped behind a barrier in the river. The result of the disaster is a far cry from the Drina River's former glory, as the waterway has been reduced to a floating rubbish dump. In this footage, a drone captures a scary scene as it zooms between snow-covered pine trees and onto a trail. A man is seen running down the path, desperately trying to escape from a medium-sized grizzly bear that is hot on his heels. The drone races towards the pair, its camera facing directly at the horrifying chase scene. As it passes the bear, the drone quickly turns around and doubles back. The bear seems to briefly acknowledge the drone's presence, turning its head to glance at the flying device before refocusing on its pursuit of the fleeing man. A large group of jellyfish has gathered in the waters near Haifa, a city in northern Israel. On July 20th this year, the Israel Nature and Parks Authority used a drone to capture amazing footage of the jellyfish over Haifa Bay. The video shows thousands of white jellyfish covering the water, looking like dots from a distance. As the camera zooms out, you can see just how many jellyfish there are. The nomad jellyfish is the most common type in the area and is considered a foreign species that came from the Indian and Pacific Oceans. These jellyfish travel to Israel's coast through the Suez Canal. Which of these drone footage shocked you the most? We would love to know in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next updates. Also, click the next video on your screen to enjoy more exciting content.